In a small village near the edge of a great forest, there lived a beautiful young woman named Kadiatu. She was known not only for her beauty, but also for her kindness and wisdom. Many men from the village and beyond sought her hand in marriage, but she refused them all. One evening, as she went to fetch water from the river, she heard a soft melodic voice calling her name. She turned and saw a tall, handsome man standing beneath a palm tree. His skin was smooth and dark, and his eyes gleamed like the stars. He wore a long white robe and golden sandals. "Good evening, fair one," the man greeted her with a gentle smile. "My name is Suleiman. I have traveled far to find you." Kadiatu was captivated by his presence. Unlike the young men in her village, he spoke in a voice that was calm and wise. Over the next few days, he returned every evening, always waiting for her by the river. He told her stories of distant lands, of rivers that shone like silver, and forests where trees whispered secrets. One night, he asked, "Will you marry me, Kadiatu? Come with me to my home, where you will live in peace and happiness forever." "But I know nothing about you," Kadiatu hesitated. "Where is your family? Where is your village?" "My home is deep in the forest, where no harm will ever come to you," Suleiman replied. "Come with me and I will show you a world beyond your dreams." Kadiatu felt enchanted by his words. She ignored the warnings of her families and friends, who told her to be cautious. That very night, under the cover of darkness, she packed her belongings and followed Suleiman into the forest. As they journeyed deeper into the woods, the air became thick with the scent of unknown flowers. The trees were taller than any Kadiatu had ever seen. The strange glowing fireflies danced around them. Soon, they reached a village unlike any she had ever known. The houses were made of shining white stones, and golden lights glowed from their windows. Strange but beautiful people greeted her, their voices like music, their movements as graceful as the wind. They welcomed her with open arms and gave her fine clothes made of silk and gold. The food they served was sweeter than anything she had ever tasted. Kadiatu thought she had found paradise, but something seemed strange. There were no elders, no children, and no one ever spoke about their past. One evening, as she combed her hair, she noticed that her reflection in the mirror looked pale and different. Her once rosy cheeks were fading, and her eyes seemed hollow. "Suleiman," she said, "why do I feel so tired? Why do I feel like I'm becoming someone else?" Suleiman took her hands and whispered, "Because you are now part of my world. Do not be afraid, my love. Soon you will belong here forever." A chill ran through Kadiatu's spine. That night, as she lay beside him, she heard whispers outside her window, soft voices calling her name. The next morning, Kadiatu pretended to be sick and asked to rest alone. As soon as Suleiman left, she crept out of the house and followed the voices she had heard the night before. They led her to a small hidden cave at the edge of the village. Inside, she saw something terrifying. Rows of mirrors, each containing a faint image of a woman trapped inside. One of the voices spoke. "Kadiatu, you must leave before it's too late. You are living among spirits." Kadiatu gasped. "Who are you?" "We are the ones who came before you," the spirit whispered. "We were once like you, but we stayed too long. Now we are trapped in this world forever." Kadiatu's heart pounded. She had to escape, but how? "You must run at midnight when the spirits sleep," the voices said. "Follow the sound of the river and do not look back no matter what you hear." That night, as the village slept, Kadiatu slipped out of bed and ran barefoot through the village, her heart racing. As she reached the edge of the forest, she heard Suleiman's voice behind her. "Kadiatu, stop, come back." But she did not turn around. She ran faster, hearing the whispers turn into screams. The trees seemed to reach for her. The wind howled in her ears, but she did not stop. At last, she reached the river. As she stepped into the water, the voices stopped. When she looked back, the village had vanished. Kadiatu stumbled back to her village at sunrise, exhausted and weak. When the people saw her, they gasped in shock. "We thought you were lost forever," her mother cried, embracing her. Kadiatu wept in her mother's arms, realizing how close she had come to losing herself. She told the elders everything, and they nodded solemnly. "You were taken by the spirit people," an old woman said. "They are beautiful and kind at first, but they are not human. Once you belong to them, you can never return." Kadiatu never saw Suleiman again, but she often heard the wind whispering her name at night. From that day on, she warned young women never to follow mysterious strangers into the forest, for not all who appeared human are truly of this world. And so, the legend of the spirit husband was passed down through generations, a cautionary tale about love, deception, and thin veil between the human world and the spirit realm. The end. I hope you like the story. Don't forget to like, hit the plus sign, share, and comment for more stories.